Labour Party for Oredo East Constituency don carry protest go INEC office for Benin City sake of the election and the wayo wey shele as dem say hoodlums full the collation center for Oredo Hall on the election day, and some unit result wey the returning officer announced no be the same for IREF portal. Say make INEC do check for the result to know the real winner of the election. The local government chairman for Labour Party talk say dem don check their results with the one wey dey INEC IREF portal, and na Labour Party win for Oredo East Constituency. Say dem no go accept any result wey no dey IREF portal. Im say for the collation center, hoodlums pass the number of staff, and the hoodlums dey tell the staff make dem change number. Im consti talk say dem see say the result wey dem announce for the state office, plenty numbers change for the result to favour PDP, and during the election, the hoodlums threaten some of their party people.
This is the worst election, and why I'm here today is that we have collated our hard copy in reference to your IREM result, and we had all the collation hard copy, and we discovered that Oredo East Constituency Labour Party won with a margin of 9,000 plus, while the next party was just about 8,000, a little fraction. And when we were collating the result at Oredo Hall, I was there as the local government returning officer or collation officer. I was there when hoodlums, for the history of INEC election, where accreditation was not done for anybody to enter into the collation center. All the hoodlums, they were more than 200, above the number of staff. Even the collation officers, they were at threat. Some of them were beaten up, seriously. Maybe the report has gotten to Abuja and here too. They were beaten up because some of them were being asked, change this figure to this. This is what I have in my phone. It is not a phone issue. And based on that, we also discovered that from a reliable source, that somebody they snatched away of Ward 2, Ward 3, Ward 12, and Ward 1, some of the figures have been mutilated, different from the IREM result. And we discovered that in a unit, let me be specific, so that it can be documented, Unit 5 of Ward 2, where they have 750 accredited voters in their register. Registered voter. And on the day of election, 91 persons were accredited. And at the same time, from your IREM, APC had 23, Labour Party had 38, and PDP had 28. From the mutilated result sent down here, I don't know whether it's a collation officer, maybe under duress, or with a gunpoint to come and submit what they snatch away. We now have this result for that same Unit 5, 750 as registered voters. Then they now put accredited number. I think the Beaver will also be able to do that. 286 accredited for that election. And they now gave APC 4 and gave Labour Party 6. And they now acclaimed to put 276 for PDP, for them to cancel the result that had been accumulated, and they know that Labour Party was already on top. Then I see made reference again, sir, that Ward 2, of the same Ward 2, the IREM result of Unit 23 says as follows. The registered voters in that unit is 1,200. And on the day of election, they accredited 178. And in that election, during counting and after counting, APC had 11, Labour Party had 92, and PDP had 70. But in the mutilated result, which they sent to INEC office Edo State here, they now have this as follows. The same Unit 5, they sent 750 registered voters. Then the number they accredit, 1,200 accredited registered voters. Then they now put accredited number of voters on that day, 531 as against 178. And at the same time, APC was given 24. Then Labour Party was also given 24. And they now put PDP 480. So that is on that. Then I still make reference again, sir. The same Ward 2, they also have Unit 24 mutilated. Let me quote by bringing the RM result that says Unit 24, they have 1,425 as registered voters in that register. And on the day of election, they have 186 accredited, where APC had 7, Labour Party had 95, and PDP had 73. So in the mutilated results sent to INEC here, they now change all the figure to put some certain things like this, Unit 24 with the registered voters 1,425, and they now said in their records they submitted that 594 was accredited on the day of election, which is not true. And in that submission of those who voted for the parties, they said APC 6 and the Labour Party 19. Then PDP 569. So that is a broad day stealing, because they want to have it with all forces, and of which the God Almighty will not accept. Labour Party will not also accept. It's our mandate, and we need to have it. That of Oredo West, they let Urobota to go and destroy. That was where we called, and they now rescheduled for the next day during the daylight, and they could not do anything. Even some of the rulers came there, they were chased out. So, sir, this is even in Unit 11. So let me, because there are so many, but some units in Ward 2 and 2, and even during the election, some persons were carrying guns, threatening. In Ward 1, in Trefe area, some of our agents were being accosted with a gun. Sign this play result. If you don't sign it, you are not living here. They signed and ran away. We are not talking about that, but in all, Labour Party triumph as the winner of Oredo East Constituency. And that is why we are standing here to tell you there is a letter submitted here this morning by the lawyer, and at the same time we have submitted at Abuja. So if peradventure you want to still get more, I will still drop a copy of that letter for your perusal, so that we can now know what is what, so that we can now know the right result to be unfolded on the day they will declare to call Oredo East Constituency.
The Labour Party candidate talks say,
I am the winner of that election, Oredo East Constituency. I want my mandate.
Yes.
I want my mandate.
Yes.
All those multiplicated results, we don't need them.
Yes.
They should go to IRM to go and collect the result and declare me the winner.
Yes.
It was peaceful. It was during the collation at Oredo Hall. They came with the hoodlums and disrupted the smooth operation of that election.
Edo State INEC head of voter education and publicity, Timidi Wayo, say the returning officer for Oredo East now declared the election inconclusive sake of some irregularity, as he say them cancel vote for plenty polling units.
Thank you for embarking on a peaceful protest like this.
Thank you, sir.
It is allowed everywhere, for people to vent their anger, to explain their grievances by making a peaceful protest. So I appreciate you people for embarking on a peaceful protest like this. Now, going to the issues you have raised, let me make some clarifications and also advice. The returning officer for Oredo East State Constituency declared the election inconclusive, meaning that there were some issues that came up, and I was told that over 20-something polling units, there was cancellation of the elections in over 29 or thereabout polling units as a result of violence. And I was also told, from inquiries, I was also told that when a wanted to collate and announce the result, the person who has the highest votes, the leading candidate, and then the first runner-up, the difference between the first and the second, was not up to the areas that there was cancellation of election. I'm talking about, when we talk about those areas that were cancelled, the number of PVCs that were collected in those areas that were cancelled were far more than the difference between the first and the second. And on the basis of that, he declared the election inconclusive, to go for a supplementary election. That is the report that was written by the state constituency returning officer. These are very intelligent people. He is a professor of the University of Benin. Some persons we regard in high esteem, people of integrity. And now the law is very clear on when somebody can make a declaration and what the commission can do. As we speak, if the returning officer has declared somebody elected or declared an election inconclusive, it is only INEC headquarters in Abuja, the commission specifically, it is only the commission that can review that matter, maybe within a period of 7 days. That is what is stated in the law. It is only the commission, not the state office, the commission in Abuja that can review that declaration within a period of 7 days. I don't know whether you have written to the commission before now or you are just writing. Now the issues we have raised are very genuine and germane, in the sense that you have checked the results at the IREV. Possibly you also have the unit results. These are results that you have to hold firmly for you to tender at any point.
Yes.
Maybe at the tribunal, when the matter goes to tribunal. I cannot take a decision here, or the resident electoral commissioner, or INEC Edo State here cannot take any decision. Whatever you have written to us here will be forwarded to INEC headquarters for review, and whatever decision INEC headquarters comes up with, that is what we are going to uphold. So the matter is not done and dusted as we speak. There is still hope for you people. It's left for INEC headquarters to look at the entire gamut of the matters you have raised, to see whether there is merit in it or not. And when that decision is taken, we'll let you know. If they say that you should go for the supplementary election, as the returning officer has declared the election inconclusive, we'll let you know. Okay, but if INEC headquarters, says something in your favor, we'll still let the party and the candidate know that this is the decision of INEC headquarters. So we here cannot take any decision. Whatever thing you have done, we will package it and send it to INEC headquarters. That is the beauty of democracy. Elections will hold, there will be issues. And when those issues come up, you address you channel the issues, to the right people for them to take action, for them to take a decision. That is what we have done, which we are going to forward to INEC headquarters. So I want to, first and foremost, to thank you people. What I am saying here is that it is only INEC headquarters that can take a decision on the issues we have raised. The returning officer who was there on ground, he saw everything. We don't know whether what he said is true or not, but he has declared the election inconclusive. The returning officer has enormous powers. It is only INEC headquarters that can review the powers, refuse the decision of the returning officer. So we'll channel all the grievances, all the issues we have raised to INEC headquarters. Be patient, be calm to hear from us. Hearing from us means if there is anything to your favor, we'll let you know. If they say that, well, the returning officer has declared the election inconclusive, go for those polling units where the election is declared inconclusive. We'll still let you know. So far as you are popular, you are going to win, and by the grace of God, you are going to win.
From Benin City, Taiwo Ayeni, TMC TV News.